Hey soul family and friends, and welcome to my channel.
Remember me in whatever you do. I love you.
Hey soul family and friends, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, if you are new, I'm so grateful and thankful for your presence. Now, there's so much going on in the world today, and I just felt compelled to do a message to discuss a lot of things that may not be shared and encouraged. I know a lot of people are saying, okay, during this time, focus on the positive. It's so easy to do that, but as the days go by, more and more people are becoming more depressed, and a lot of people are losing their employment. A lot of people are having to suddenly stay home with their children. Just a lot of sudden unexpected changes. I know it's easy for people to say, well, you know, a lot of people can be like, this is something that you can't depend on this. There's a lot of people that may go against that. But the card that is coming up here is strength. There is a real need and call for strength during this time. And I want to encourage you all, despite the chaoticness, despite the uncertainty, the fear, make a moment to step away from that, to be able to have clarity in yourself, clarity in your moments, clarity in your day, because life is still beautiful. And it's important that we take time to encourage ourselves to be happy, encourage ourselves to breathe, encourage ourselves to take a moment to go into nature, to spend time with our families, but also spend time with ourselves, okay? Because there is nothing that we can do for anyone unless we are able to take care and nourish and be there for ourselves. And a lot of people during this time, I feel, are taking care of so many others than themselves. So right now we're going to do a tarot spread on depression, because, you know, that's the reality of the situation and of this moment. There is depression that's out there, right? But it's okay, because the way that we can battle is to be able to identify and address and be real with ourselves. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a collective energy, collective read for those that need it. General may not reflect. Take what you need, leave what does not. And that's just how we're going to roll. So this is going to be about managing depression, okay? So the first card is for the general, for the collective, is a card that represents the depression. So let's see a clear card for the general collective about this depression that we are facing. A general card that's going to represent that depression. Okay, so let's get a general card. Because I just want to say, like, there's so many ways and so many times that we can cry and break down. So many of us have children. So many of us have to stay strong for our children, for our partners, for ourselves, okay? This is a card that represents something that you need to learn from this depression. This is what's needing to be learned from this depression. And action you can take to help your depression. How you can show yourself more compassion during this time. And how can you find joy in your life right now? How can you find joy in your life right now? And a reason to stay strong. A reason to stay strong during this time. Okay, so the card that represents the depression is the Ace of Swords, which is a message, a new message, some form of change, a change that could have brought about some form of discomfort, and also a change that could have brought a new form of awareness, something that could have changed your life or will be changing your life forever, something unexpected, something that may have been like a hard pill to swallow. I feel like it kind of brought like a shakedown with this thunder. Thunder is a force. It comes during a time where it kind of can be startling for some people when it comes to thundering. And energetically, some people may not be able to do certain things with thunders. There are some people that may have, how can I say, there are people that may have certain type of phobias or scares of thunder. It'd be something that is very startling to some, this awareness, this new information, this change. But this card represents your depression. Okay, the Ace of Swords. So there was this information that came in that was quite startling and came unexpectedly in the dark like a thief in the night. And it changed your life forever with this infinity symbol in the form of a snake. And the snake represents transformation, changes. And the sword is the messenger. And it's at nighttime with thunder. So it was like an unexpected change that startled, or that could startle. So the Ace of Swords is the representation. What you need to learn about your depression is the Ten of Cups. So what you need to learn here with this is the Ten of Cups has to do with family, has to do with protection, has to do with wishes. It, to most, could be the happiest time. So just know that you are supported during this time. You are supported. You are not alone. You are not going through this alone. I feel like you have to learn that it's a time for people's cups to be put in the pot for some. Just learn to rely on your friends and lean on your friends. Come together, pull resources together. It's the perfect time to pull your resources together. It's a perfect time to come together. And also, diamond has to do with inheritance. There could be some form of people, there could be people putting their money together to invest. Because although markets and stocks are low or down, it's the perfect time for you all to come together and invest in certain things. A lot of people may have gotten taxes. I see a lot of people can possibly be, be storing their taxes, investing their taxes, putting money in productive places like land, gardening, with a community, a lot of communal compounds. I see a lot of flourishing. So you may want to look into things of that nature where there are people in your communities that are coming together, that are supporting one another. You may want to look into some form of support, because although this is unexpected, that's going to be changing forever. As you can see, the colors are similar here with this change, and these cups are pouring together to create a web, a foundation. So during this time, although it's unexpected, don't overlook the opportunity that is here, and the action that you can take to help. As I mentioned, this is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about creating, is about building. And the action that you can take to help is to actually get out there, get active, learn about community events, community programs where people are coming together, collecting their thoughts, their passions, their minds, and build a structure of your passion. Right now, I feel like it's a great time to learn about people's passions, and or if there's people that you've been admiring that are in your community or online, to see how you all can come together to spread awareness about certain things that can help other people, because communication is the focal point here with the blue, that can actually come in and kind of focus on and things that's going to help people with their foundation, because the Four of Wands is about foundation. Okay, it's about foundation. It's about your passion. It's about building. Four of Wands is about building. And right now is a time to build. It's a time to build because this, as I mentioned, this is impacting so many people. The way that you can show yourself compassion, the Tower card. The Tower card brings awareness, and in this situation, it's a perfect time to understand that this is something that is affecting the economy, the world, foundations, different stable places, stable things. Because the Tower, this is like the flower and like the tree of life, okay? And as you notice, to me, that's like the crown of this tree that has been, here goes the lightning again. Okay, so this information, this message had hit you in the mind. Okay, with the Tower, it hit you in the mind. So just make sure that your thoughts and your meditation is strong, you're breathing, and taking time to yourself is so critical and important right now, because there's so many. I feel a lot of people can be easily triggered, snapping, but definitely make sure that you are balancing yourself by being aware of places and things and support that's out there that's going to help you ease your mind and allow you to be more peaceful with yourself at this time. It's so important, especially with the support that's out there. It does seem that it is infinite. I see a lot of communities coming together, a lot of people coming together, like us here coming together and balancing, sharing their gifts, seeing how it can be given and shared, okay, and utilized and built upon. A lot of independence to me is coming out of this. Less dependence on the government, more dependence on thy neighbor and thyself and the family, which is beautiful to me. And I feel like that is how you can show yourself more compassion, is relying more on yourself and your gifts. And I feel a lot of people are going to be becoming independent. There could be a new form of government just amongst the community, right? How can you find joy during this time? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is definitely about passion. It's definitely about growth, okay? And it's definitely about healing. It's about pouring into your passions and igniting them. I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing a lot of creative endeavors. To me, this Ace of Wands reminds me of the sun. A lot of people have the opportunity to shine if you put your efforts forward to be able to do that, okay? So right now, communication is very critical, and connecting with people that are of the same mind, of the same communities, and possibly doing support out in the area. I'm not sure what people may have out there in mind to visit old homes or older people, or creating videos, some type of creative to let people know that they're not alone. Doctors, instead of going there, creating some type of gift, or some type of how can I say, some type of something, whatever it is that each people are creating, videos, content, bag, something, shipping, you know, it could be shipping and donations, where things are being directly sent to certain places. You know, I feel like people may be coming up with creative ways to make sure everyone is included and that this is an inclusive shift and change, if that makes sense, okay? And the reason that you have to stay strong is the Two of Cups. As I mentioned, you're not alone. So instead of sipping alone, like this is a group effort, okay? There's flowers, there's compassion, there's love, there's unity. So the reason to stay strong is because of this unity, because of this deliverance, because of this unification that we have, the ability that we have to love, the ability that we have to love and to be strong with one another, okay? So also know, as I mentioned in the beginning, you are not alone, all right? This change, the media and things can make it seem like we're at it alone, like we're alone, but at the same time, there's many beautiful people in this world, and there's so many activities or programs that's coming together, and I feel like for those that this is connecting with those people, resonating with, connecting with these people, and you know, seeing what you can do to be involved, you know, seeing how you can stand up for, you know, certain rights and certain things, so that way things can transition for our betterment. It takes us being able to understand our power, and also this Four of Wands with this blue, and as again, here goes that sun information. It just takes us activating the wheel and activating us being able to communicate and to share a message that can, you never know who you're going to impact. So you all stay strong. I definitely hope this is something that someone can resonate with and take a message from. Leave what does not resonate or what is not needed, but take what does, okay? So make sure you thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know how you are hanging on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.